Well, darlings, let me tell you, church is a place of peace worship and biting your tongue. Especially when Sister Margaret starts talking. Now, the good Lord knows I try my best to keep my thoughts to myself, but sometimes a lady just needs to speak her mind. But alas, the Bible says in James 1:19, everyone should be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry. Oh, I try, dears, I really do. But some days, I think the Lord is testing me. And just last Sunday, I was sitting there looking all proper with my Bible in hand, listening to Pastor Jenkins' sermon, when Sister Margaret leaned over and whispered, "Did you see the dress she's wearing?" Now, I know the Bible says, in Proverbs 21:23, whoever keeps his mouth and his tongue keeps himself out of trouble. But darling, you know me. I had to fight with every fibre of my being to not respond with, "Well, bless her heart, at least she's wearing something." Oh, the temptation was there, but instead I just smiled, closed my eyes and silently prayed, "Lord, hold my tongue, because what I want to say is not very Christ-like." But wouldn't you know it, Sister Margaret kept going. "And did you hear about the potluck?" she whispered. "Apparently someone's bringing store-bought pie instead of homemade." Well, that nearly did me in, darling. I was this close to quoting 1 Corinthians 10:31. So whether you eat or drink or whatever you do it all for the glory of God. But what I really wanted to say was, pie is pie, Margaret. Let's not act like it's a sin to not bake. But no, I held my tongue because the Bible tells me in Proverbs 15:1, a gentle answer turns away wrath, but a harsh word stirs up anger. So I just nodded, smiled, and reminded myself that the Lord calls us to be peacemakers, not troublemakers. Though, darling, it wouldn't hurt for Sister Margaret to pick up a bit of that lesson herself. And let's not even talk about choir practice or how I try to be gracious when someone hits the wrong note. But when it happens repeatedly, and I'm there holding my hymn book like it's a lifeline, I'm reminded of James 3:8. No human being can tame the tongue. It is a restless evil, full of deadly poison. So instead of speaking out, I simply mutter under my breath, "Jesus, take the wheel, and maybe take this microphone from her too." But darling, let's be honest, holding my tongue isn't always easy. But I do my best because the Bible says in Ephesians 4:29, "Do not let any unwholesome talk come out of your mouths, but only what is helpful for building others up." So, instead of letting those sassy thoughts fly, I keep them to myself, most of the time. Though I may let a little something slip now and then. It's all in love, of course.